Hello everyone, this is Yamin and welcome to Laravel Decision Management System project. In the previous tutorial, we added order data in our table. Now in this tutorial, we are going to show all those data in the admin panel, and we also show the total price that the customer bought of the specific food. Okay, so first of all, we will add a orders option over here. So let's go to our code, then we'll go to admin, then navbar.blade.php. Over here, let me just copy this list, Control C, and we'll paste it over here, Control V, and over here we are just going to say in the URL, let's over here orders, and its name will be orders. Okay, so if we save it and let's just refresh over here, and over here you can see orders new option over here. So let's go back to our code, and over here we'll create this route in the web.php. So let's go to web.php, and let me just copy this line, Control C, and let's paste it over here, and over here we'll say orders, and the function name will be, let's say, orders as well, and sorry, or orders as well, and the controller name will be admin controller. So let's save it. Now let's create this function in the admin controller. So let's go to admin controller, and let's just go directly down, and over here let's say over here public function orders, and over here let's just first return a view. So we'll say return then view, and over here let's say the blade name will be admin dot orders. Okay, so we'll create a orders.blade.php in admin folder. So let's click admin folder, then click new file. So over here we'll say orders.blade.php. so let's save it, control S, now save. So right now there is nothing in this order blade, so we'll just directly go to admin home.blade.php. let me just copy everything from here, Control A, Control C, and we'll paste it inside order blade. So Control V. So let's just say after this admin.navbar, let's just say inside h on tag, let's over here customers orders. Okay, customer order. So let's save it. Now let's refresh over here. Now if you click orders, it takes us to this page where it says customer order. So first of all, if you want to show all the data of order, then we need to create a table over here. So we'll say over here table, and inside this table will contain some data, like it will contain food name, price, quantity name, phone address, and total price. Okay, so let's just say over here tr, and inside this tr we will have multiple td. So td, let me just copy this line, Control C, and we'll paste it 6 times. Okay, one more time. Okay, let's say first one will be name, which will be customer name, then it will be customer phone number, after it it will be address, then we will have food name, I guess. Okay, food name, then it will be price, quantity, then total price. Okay, so let's save it and let's refresh over here. So you can see the table like this. So we'll just modify it a little bit. So we'll just say over here padding inside a style. So we'll now just say style, and inside style we'll say padding. Let's say padding, it will be, let's say, 30 px. So let's refresh right now. Okay, so this is how it looks. We will modify it a little bit later. So let's add another tier over here. So inside this tier we will also again have multiple td, just exactly 7 td. So let me copy it again, and we'll just paste it. Okay, so in order to show all the data from the table, first of all we need to go to our admin controller. So first of all we'll mention over here the order model over here. So we'll just say over here use app backslash model backslash, it will be order. Okay, now let's go down, and over here we'll declare a variable. Let's say dollar data is equal to order double clone all. Now we'll say in this return view we'll give a comma over here, then we'll say over here compact, and inside it we'll give single quotation, then we'll just say over here data. So we are now sending all the order data to this page. So over here we first of all over here in this tier, before this tier, first of all we'll say over here @ for each, then we'll say over here dollar data as dollar data, and this for each loop will end after this tier. So we'll say over here @end for each. Now inside this td, first of all we'll say, now in this td we will give two double second bracket, then we will say over here dollar data. Now let me just check the database. We have name, phone, address, quantity, price, food name. Okay, so first one will be name. Let me just copy this, Ctrl C, and I'll paste it inside all the td, Ctrl V. So the second one will be phone, the third one will be address, the fourth one will be food name, then it will be price, then this one will be quantity. Okay, so we'll do the total price later. So let me just save it now, and let's just refresh over here. So over here you can see that we have name, phone number, address, food name, price, and quantity. So let me just fix it a little bit. Over here inside this tier, let's just say over here align center. So let's save it, and let's say it's let's say style over here, and let's add background color. Let's say background color, it will be black. So let's save it, and now let's refresh. Okay, now this looks better. Okay, let's also make them also in the align center. So let's just say over here align center. So let's save it, and let's refresh. Okay, now this looks better. Now we'll do the total price part. Now let's go back to our code, and over here we'll give 2 second bracket, and over here then we'll say dollar data. If you want to find the total price, then we need to multiply the price and quantity, right? So if we multiply, let's say this price and quantity, it should give us 150, right? So over here we'll say over here price, dollar data price, then we'll give a multiply sign, then we'll again say dollar data quantity, and let's save it. Now if we refresh in the browser, it will give us an error. Let me just show you. Let's refresh. So over here you can see a non-numeric value in quantity. The thing is, we are trying to multiply price and quantity, right? And the thing is, there is a dollar sign after this number. So this is why we are actually getting this error. So what we are going to do is that we are going to remove this dollar sign. Okay, so let me just edit it. So I'll just click save, then I'll do the same for the second and third one. Click go, then the third one, remove it, then click go. Okay, it's done for all of them. Now if we refresh, Then over here you can see the total price over here, 34 multiply on is 34, then 50 into 3 on 50, 34 into 7 238. Right, now we need to show which currency it is, whether it is dollar or taka or rupee, anything, right? So for this we just need to make a little change. Over here you can see dollar data price, right? So after this we'll just add a dollar sign over here, and over here we'll add a dollar sign. So if you save it now and if you refresh, so over here you can see dollar sign as well. Okay, so we also need to do this for the customer view page as well. So I hope you can do it, at least you understand how you can add a dollar sign. So thank you for watching. In the next tutorial we will add a search option over here so that the admin can search a specific user from here. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. And don't forget to subscribe my channel for getting notification of the future content.